Sky Squad, we are back in the building and we got to talk. We got some bad news for Nene, Tamar, and Wendy Williams. So we're about to get into all of that. But before we do so, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell button, and join the texting community so I can send you a text message as soon as a new video drops. Just text me at 202-918-3386. Now, a lot of this jumped off over the weekend. I was home celebrating Mother's Day. But shout out to our friends over at Urban Bell Mag and media outlet Toxic Diamond on YouTube. I will place links for this first story down in the description down below. Thanks to those media outlets for getting us this information because we got to talk about it, okay? So it looks as though Nene Leakes and Tamar Braxton have had a falling out because they are no longer following each other on the gram. So this was one of the first clues that something was amiss. Or was it the first clue? Okay? Because as you guys can see here, I literally just checked again and they're not following each other. But why is that? Why is that? Because they were once very, very close. As you guys can see from the headlines here, we saw how they were supportive of one another over the past few years. And they had even talked about potentially doing a show together. If you guys do not recall, I'll pull that up here.
Nene and Tamar, will y'all consider shooting a show together? Absolutely. We're shooting one together right now.
Period.
So you guys may recall back in, I would say 2020, when everybody was doing the Instagram lives during quarantine, because, we really didn't have a lot of other forms of entertainment. Nene Leakes was one of those people who was honestly, thank God, doing lives with, some of her celebrity friends. And I thought it was kind of cool at the time because, again, it was giving us all something to do. Us watching, other celebrities interview other celebrities, us hopping on and doing things with people, and also watching D Nice. Okay. But let's continue with what they had to say.
Nene, are you going to be in the talk show space?
I would love to be in the talk show space. That's why I'm on here talking shit.
What do you think about having a girlfriend talk show? I think that would be great.
I got something to talk. I'm glad you mentioned that. I can talk to you about this when we hop off of here.
So, I mean, at least we know that there was the idea that something was maybe in the works behind the scenes. But as we know, of course, Nene is claiming to have been blacklisted, allegedly. Let me put the alleged badge down here, okay? They continued on.
I have some great ideas that I actually had a business call before I got on here that was quite interesting. Quite interesting business
really?
Call. Quite interesting.
I
never even thought of. Yeah, I never even thought of when they said they made all of my juices in my brain flow when they started talking.
So we have them, talking about collaborating and all types of other things. And, that obviously did not materialize in the way that we would have hoped. But, for me, I would have thought that, okay, well, clearly with Tamar supportive of Nene's new relationship, their friendship would continue on. But then we get this post on Instagram as well that gives us another clue that Tamar and Nene aren't necessarily friends. So people are speculating that this is the post where we really are where Tamar really lets it be known that she is not messing with certain friends anymore. Okay.
This is the problem. You got to stop putting everybody in your friend category. Stop that, number one, because everybody is not your friend. Everybody's not wishing you well.
Yes,
everybody don't want you to succeed and do
yes,
good.
But you can help. But you can.
So she says this, and I'm a real stay the F away from me forever type chick when I figure you out. So then another clue about this is Marlo Hampton basically commenting under that 100%, 100%, 100%. So if you read the replies to Marlo's post, people are dragging Nene because they assume that the post is about Nene. And so they're talking about how Marlo has jumped from friend to friend, allegedly. And so not a lot of people aren't too pleased with this post that Marlo made in the comments section. So let me know what you guys think. I mean, are Tamar and Nene leaks on the outs? And what do you think could be the reason for this, for the unfollowing, for the post, especially in light of the two of them being so supportive of each other over the past several years? Let me know your thoughts down in the chatterization down below. Okay. And so now we need to talk about Wendy. All right. Here is what's going on with Wendy Williams. This is just crazy right here. If you guys don't recall, we talked about this the other day with Wendy Williams talking about how she misses her show and she's coming back. And to get right to it, I want to play you this clip right here from the Jasmine brand.
Are you coming back to the Wendy Williams show?
Coming back to the Wendy Williams show. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Wow. Because I know they were talking about Sherry Shepherd taking over the show, a new what?
But I won't be watching her because I know what she's going to be doing, and that's really not my thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, anyway, but I love being.
So Wendy has assured us that she is coming back to her show. However, sources say, according to page 6, that Wendy Williams will not be returning to her show this fall. They're saying it's not happening at all. All right. So here's what they're saying. Multiple insiders are saying that this will be logistically impossible for her to return to her purple chair in September. Number one, all right, people have already been pointed out, and I pointed this out as well, that Debmar Mercury has signed a deal with Sherry Shepherd to take over the Wendy Williams time slot. So the question the insider is asking is, where's she going to go? It's done. Logistically, it won't work. Sherry has her time slots. So when Wendy Williams did this interview with Fat Joe and she insisted that she will absolutely be back, and of course that she says she won't be tuning into Sherry Shepherd's show, her quote was, "I'm coming back to the Wendy Williams show. Absolutely, absolutely." All right. So the thing about it is, the insiders are saying they're not even happy that, well, the insider is saying that Debmar Mercury is not happy that Fat Joe even interviewed Wendy in the first place. They're saying that he didn't give them a heads up about it, allegedly, and she did not appear well, allegedly. They said she didn't seem like she was all there, and again, I say allegedly, and at times she couldn't even complete a sentence, allegedly. Now, she seemed pretty coherent to me, but that was just my takeaway from it. But y'all let me know what y'all think, because I didn't see the entire live. Then the source also says that Wendy is uninsurable. She has not been able to consistently work. She did not have the mental and physical capacity to host her show. The source goes on to say Debmar wanted her back more than anybody. They would have loved for her to finish out this chapter. They are saying that the Wendy Williams show is officially done in June. Okay. And that was pretty much it. There's no rep that has been able to respond to any of this that the insider has spoken about. And of course, we know that Wendy Williams is still in a very, very nasty legal battle with Wells Fargo over obtaining her funds, as she did speak about on the live with Fat Joe. So for those of you guys who were holding out hope that the Wendy Williams show would be returning in September, it doesn't look like that's going to happen. And we did kind of question this when we saw her, in this live with Fat Joe, and we heard her speak about coming back to the show. It doesn't sound like it's going to be happening, at least in the way that she would be working with Debmar Mercury. So what do you guys think is really going on with Wendy? What do you think she should do next? I myself personally have just felt like she should sign a podcast deal for a once per week podcast and interview some celebrity guests and talk hot topics in the way that she did when she was on radio. Everybody is getting podcast deals now. Well, I don't want to say everybody, but those who are getting podcast deal, I mean, one need only look at Carlos King's podcast as an example, because ever since he's come on the scene with his podcast, he's made headlines literally every week for literally things that he's talked to his guests about. So I feel like Wendy Williams could do the same thing. And actually, now that I think about it, that could be the way that Nene Leakes goes as well. A podcast with Nene Leakes would be epic. And the way it could go down, I'm just throwing this out there into the universe, right? The way this could go down is I'm putting you on the spot, Carlos. Get Nene on the line for an interview on your podcast. That right there is a good jumping off point for Nene to start getting into this podcast space. Or Nene, just pick up the microphone and start doing it, okay? And then start pitching it to some podcast networks. Hopefully, I know that she says that she's been allegedly blacklisted, but maybe she's only been blacklisted in the space where she's able to appear visually, but audio is a completely different arena. So let me know what you guys think about my suggestions in the comments down below. What do you think led to this alleged fallout between Nene and Tamar? Hopefully it's not, hopefully they can come back together, because, I just feel like it's always nice to see, friends in the industry, you know what I'm saying? And then let us know what you think about this whole Wendy Williams thing. I'm kind of confused as to, where this is going for her, but I do think that there is a path forward. I just think it's a different path. So let me know your thoughts down in the comment section down below. All links to all sources will be linked in the description of this video so that you can go check out the videos and read the articles for yourselves as well. And with that being said, I will catch you guys in the next video.